What's up, y'all? I'm Ryan. This is So and So Farms. That's Braxton and Penny. We are on our way to school this morning. Braxton's got to go get smart. Shane and I and the crew are cutting soybeans right now. Not quite halfway through. Probably a third of the way through, maybe. But we're making progress. Rice is out. We got to burn some rice fields, but then it rained on us, so quite a bit we haven't burned. We'll have to do in the spring. I wanted to get done, but I'm just not around enough to get that done. Bean fields are starting to disappear, and that's a good thing. It means we got money coming in and not just going out. Head out here to the combine. Matt and them did a little work on the sickle this morning. They're getting a tire on the turbo till because we're gonna, knock on wood, we're gonna try to get some dirt moved this fall. Those beans they cut yesterday, we're gonna roll the poly pipe up and get that disked in, and then hopefully we can get some dirt scoops on it here in the next week or so and get that project done. Finally got the combines blowing. Beans look pretty good, pretty thick. I always like it when they're wadded up there. Shane going over there. Yeah, really happy with these beans. I wish we had about 1,000 acres that was like this. But we're taking what we can get. Kind of cheated over a little bit because this side was wanting to scoop when it gets down into a furrow. I would actually prefer to cut them at an angle. Shane likes to cut them straight. It's more than one way to skin a cat. Both flex headers are fairly dialed in. That's what we're doing. See if we can't get over a big chunk of ground today. Get a lot of these irrigated beans knocked out. We're going to move from this field to another field that kind of a, I don't know what you would say, a high risk field for flooding here in the fall, so we will jump out of this and go get that, and that'll be one less thing, you know, that we have to worry about as far as high risk fields. I left Shane a row of shame. We kind of lay these off in lands. Well, we finished the one field that we were in, moved over here to the other side. Knocked these out pretty quick. Shane's already made his first round around the field. These beans are really good. You can see behind me my bin is probably half full, and I've not made half of a pass on the end yet. So I hope this is a sign of things that are to come in this field. It's Matt's cooler. Matt runs this combine while I'm gone, does a pretty good job. But when I'm out here, I like to be in the seat and seeing what things are looking like. We knew all year that these beans looked pretty good, but ultimately only time tells whenever they go across the scale at the elevator. I broke a sickle earlier and we had to patch it up. Probably next year, before we use these headers, we're going to pull them in that winter, or during the winter, and put new sickles in them and fix what needs to be fixed. I mean, not that we don't fix it, what needs to be fixed, but sometimes it happens in the field. you know, rather than just doing the preventative maintenance and just replacing it in the shop. So anyway, we'll see here. Proud of the beans. I like it when they're all wadded up. It means they're good and thick, and these beans are loaded from top to bottom. So real proud of this bean crop. We just got to see what it does across the scale. You know, obviously the lower your moisture is, the less weight you have, so you don't really want to be giving that away, so you try to time it right. You know, cut around that 12-13% moisture if you can. We cut some as low as 10, which means that they just weigh that much less, but you can only control so much. Timing is everything, and timing doesn't always work out in your favor, so you just roll with the punches and adjust on the fly, and that's farming. It's your lesson for the day. Well, looks like another day is coming to an end. We got that field finished, moved over this one. This is a dry land field, actually, that nobody ever gets a bean crop on that farmed it before us, but we got a bean crop on it. Matt is pulling up over there with my header. Looks like Shane might have broke. He's not going to be in a good mood. I'm going to hook my header up, and it's getting dark here. No wind, so we probably won't be able to cut very long, but we'll just see here what happens. We're about to disc a little bit of ground. We're in the middle of bean harvest right now. Rice is harvested, corn's harvested. We do have some milo. It's kind of down the priority list. It can stay in there a little bit, but all of our beans are ready, so that's what we're working on. But been cloudy weather, and that makes it hard to cut beans. Beans stay tough. So in the morning time, right now, I'm gonna go disc some ground, wait for the wind to blow, see if the beans will dry out, and we'll go from there. Well, we're still out here discing ground, and this 9300 is still loud. We're waiting on that part to come in. Discing this bean ground at an angle from how we cut it. This is the ground that's going to get the dirt moved on it. The dirt movers are supposed to be here in the next day or two. It has been rainy all day. Combines aren't going to get moving today, so that's aggravating. It's rained just enough to keep them from going. But yeah, we're going to continue on with some tillage, trying to get this stuff ready. So the more ground that we have that has corrections on it, the more ground we can row rice. Obviously in our area, row rice is the best margin crop. It's not really a big secret. So we want to grow as much rice as possible, but rice is harder to maintain. A lot more legwork in rice. So the more row rice we can grow, the more overall rice we can maintain. That's why we concentrate on ground that'll grow rice. So with that being said, I'm going to get this groundwork ready for the dirt movers. This will make 240 acres, or 140 acres that they can get across while they're in the area. That's just 140 acres of row rice that we can grow. We've been growing about 500 or 600 acres of rice a year, per year. We've been growing about 500 or 600 acres of rice per year. I would like to get up closer to 1,000. So if we could add 400 acres of row rice to that, we can manage it, in theory. Row rice, especially with an electric well, you go flip the switch on and that's it. Whereas levee rice, you gotta adjust water levels and all that. You see in other videos, but that's the plan. Sorry this tractor's so loud. We'll get it fixed, but right now we can't afford to let it sit and not be doing its job. It's not hurting anything on the tractor to blow the exhaust out. It's getting a little bit of soot on the glass, but it's not hurting anything. And I'm back after a lunch break. The rain looks like it probably has moved out. Neighbors are over there cutting rice yet. I'm gonna finish disking this field. Like I said, I took a lunch break. Here's what we got going on with residue. Just chopping it up, sizing it up. You know, putting some back into the ground, trying to keep it to where the dirt movers can get in there without getting balled up. This is a dry land field. We're supposed to, we got a dry land field here and a dry land field there. The landlord is supposed to put a well in where we can water off the top of the hill each side and then water that side. That's something that's been in the works for a while. We got a rice field across the road here that we cut the other day. It's been disked once. I'm gonna let the land movers check it out, see if they think they can get through that. But once I get all this worked in, they should be able to get to it. This is a 60 acre patch. It needs it pretty bad. There's a lot of big holes, especially on this end over here. But yeah, so that's what I'm up to. Still moving. Of course, the turbo till is vertical tillage. It's not getting real deep. But that's not really the point. Kind of just wanting to bust up some of this residue. We do have choppers on the back of our combines. Basically, it's a set of rotating knives that when the straw comes out, it chops it all up. So we don't have any real big residue left when our combines get done with it. Sometimes if the stems are a little green, they will. But for the most part, it chops them up pretty good. You know, beans are 4 foot tall. And it takes care of those and puts them way smaller where they can be handled. But anyway, we're going to jump back in this tractor. As you can see, we're putting a little exhaust on that glass and that piece of plastic. It'll wipe off. It's just soot, but I don't like it. I also need to be running, so it's a catch-22. But I need to be running, so I'm running. Water on my glass there. I don't have my broom that I had in this tractor. I was keeping it swept out, but my broom's gone. Need to get a new one in it. Oop. Well, we've been rained out officially. We went and tried some. The moisture was too high. I'm still cowboying across bean beds. I've moved on to the next field down the road. This is 50 acres, 30 here on this side and 20 on the other side of the woods there. A few piles of bean stubble out here. Headers were given these guys fits. It's a good winter project if we could paint this tractor red. Actually, just paint everything green on the tractor. I really want to sit down this winter with Shane and have a how-to or a process video of how we got started. We've been discussing that. Maybe once we get the beans in, get the milo cut. We've got probably a week left of bean harvest and probably 4 days of milo. So 2 whole weeks and we'll be finished. This is the 14th of October. So we should be done by Halloween, knock on wood, Lord willing. And as luck would have it, I'm about to get rain at disking. Like, there was literally no chances of rain in the forecast for right now. A little bit this morning and we got them. None for this afternoon and we got them. So I don't know. Frustrated. Just trying to get some stuff done here. But the weather has other plans. I'm still going for now. If it don't slick over my tires, I'm gonna keep going. Well, as you can see, I'm folded up and that field's behind me. I got the light on so you can see me. It's pretty dark, but yeah, got through at that field. Ended up sticking the rain out. The soil didn't get too tacky, and then the rain stopped shortly after I shut the camera off last time, so I was able to finish it up. No problem, no big issues. Trying to navigate across the highway here back to my truck. But yeah, appreciate you guys for tagging along today. Wanted to get some footage cutting beans, but I wasn't able to, so not the end of the world. We'll get back on the combine pretty soon, but got some tillage knocked out. As always, I appreciate you guys. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, send us an email. We have some So and So Farm hats and stuff like that. If you're interested in things like that, give me a shout. But until then, we're going to catch you on the next one.